Money. Real big guy. Got them on the channel. Got them on the channel right now. Got Junior right there. Got the way the author. We got some great questions tonight. You ain't know what to say, bro. Read it. We got great questions. Y'all tap on in, tune on in, and make sure y'all share this, like this. Yeah.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Just hey, let's talk about it. We out here, got my fellas with me, got my kinfolk here. So y'all already know him by JR the trainer. He be doing all the little workout stuff, you know, personal trainer trying to be the bodybuilder and stuff like that. I got my boy Jay White, you already know who he is. Not, you know, local, but not local. He all around the world. Y'all know him up north, y'all know him everywhere. R&B sensation. My boy Walking God from Miracle, the done, y'all already know who he is.
Hey.
And I got my boy James over here. Jay, you know, we're gonna call him what?
That's Mr. White Chocolate.
White chocolate. We call them white chocolate.
So y'all like the white chocolate. We brought some flavor to
We brought some flavor.
So you know.
Yeah, we got some, you know, like I said, I like to start off talking a little sports and stuff. The playoffs been getting real interesting and stuff like that. Definitely with AD and this up and down seesaw of games that he had.
Well, that's always been him.
Get compared to Shaq one game and then play like split front of the next.
Oh, I got the ball.
Nah, for real. I mean,
21 minutes, 0 points.
we got Miami and New York going on right now on the big TV right here.
Miami doing it 78.
85, 78. They have 2-1 in that series.
So who y'all think
doing this thing?
Who y'all think this?
Jimmy Butler, they're gonna do this one. They're gonna lose next round to Boston. I can't believe Boston lost that one last night.
Yeah.
That was coaching on that series. You got 10 seconds and you took one shot and you could have took two. But
exactly.
Again, you know, that's my opinion with it. He's the NBA coach tonight. It's just my opinion. But we'll dive into some of these questions. We got some good questions. I'm gonna dive into the real funny one and the real interesting one since we do got different people on here. What would y'all say was y'all craziest date? As far as a woman did something crazy. I know y'all seen the daddy's little girl and stuff like that when the dude start rapping or the girl did some crazy stuff but she came musty or you was embarrassed. What was your embarrassing catfish moment? You know, when your female look bad online then you get there and she burnt them. And you like, hold on. So I mean,
But you say, I thought you supposed to be Janet Jackson get out there like Freddie.
You got your smoky on and stuff like that. So what was y'all craziest day? Got to go around?
I done had a lot, man. I don't know what we considering dates, hookups.
Date.
What we mean?
Crazy, like encounter as far as like I said, that date that
Like you say, catfish. It was a surprise or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing against what people look like, but yeah, you ain't got a lot of expectations. So I mean, makeup been out for years. So I put it like this.
Wake up the next morning.
This ain't nothing new.
The place you went to sleep next to.
Shoot, not even that shit. Like, ooh, these girls be caked up online, and you meet them in person, and they might even have time to get themselves together, and been catfished, but they expect everything out of us, but they ain't taking care of themselves. But I ain't gonna put a name out there. It's a couple of people.
Anonymous. What was the situation? Did she give you a fake name? She looked like how she said she looked? Was it something she did as far as act up or something?
About like a 6-year-old picture. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, they do that high school picture.
And you don't know what age they had at that time.
Yeah. And you don't want to embarrass them. Definitely watch out meet and stuff like that. Yeah, and that'd be the hardest thing as far as not trying to embarrass somebody off of the strength of one, you don't know how crazy that is.
Yeah.
And then two, like I said, you as a person, you already embarrassed and you're doing this. Yeah, you're already doing that for the self-esteem. Like, the catfish show. When you even look at the show, you know it's a such thing. Like that's somebody I always idolize. I always want to look like they made fun of me. It's some of that sort. So,
Right.
Lizzie. But what was yours? I'll say JR, since you here, Mr. Trainer, Mr. Sensation.
I ain't gonna say as far as like catfish, but as far as like you gonna say
She kept or something.
no, you won't say like okay, but she look like this online, then she come in. Goddamn, her weight ain't the same.
Yeah.
I mean, that you sucking and looking on that picture.
That's not trying. You
Yeah, that's catfish, but that's
yeah. It's that's crazy. I think mine would probably be like I said. I had caught like probably two of them, and I know one of them was, somebody knocking on my door saying their name was Keisha, just to see if I was, to catch me in a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's it. Like, I mean, like I said, shoot, I've like had crazy relationships to where, you looking and you're supposed to be pregnant and have, you have diagrams and all that, and people calling you and talking about induce and whole family invested, and there ain't no kids today.
No, you just saying.
And I'm looking like disappeared with baby stuff and everything else. What? It was a hustle. It was what?
Yeah.
Whoa. Vanessa. You talking about natural born Vanessa.
So you telling me,
I got
she said,
Bro,
knock on your door.
no.
No, I'm just saying she said she was pregnant
This was a relationship, my boy.
and she's supposed to be
It
pregnant.
was a serious relationship where you see the pictures, you get the diagrams, you get the this, the that. And
But she bought fake pictures.
Bro.
I wouldn't say that was fake.
But where she get the pictures from?
It was one of them.
But where you get the pictures? Where did she?
I don't. You asking the questions that I'm asking.
And why would you even want to do?
You asking me? You asking the same questions that I'm
And
asking.
you supposed to have love for me.
But like I said, this happened. They've been through it. They know a lot of my crazy. So I said I've been through the stories.
I mean, I've experienced. I've experienced one of those too. You know what I'm saying? Person holiday pregnant, and then you turn around like, okay, you waiting on the baby, but shit, what the baby at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more of, do we think that ladies try to trap us or put us in that predicament or that position because of who you are as that man at that particular time? Because I feel like women can see something within you on a deeper level, whether it's your parent status. Let's just say
survival mode.
Yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do to survive. So if I don't really want to lose him or whatever that may be, so
I like some of his qualities, but
Angie B, she said, "Wow, yeah." I'm about to say,
I'm just saying that we just, I mean,
like women are
I mean,
like,
but why would you even
still trying to scam me on the slick. And,
yeah. So why would you even lie to that brother like that though? Because once you tell that man that he got a baby on the way, you done change his whole mindset now.
Yeah.
So now he like, dang, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this, how I'm gonna do this. Baby gonna need this, baby gonna need. Now your whole mindset just don't went totally somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then the kicker is when she tell you, oh, I lost. When she tell you she lost the baby, then what?
I mean, my thing about it was over the years. Don't get me wrong. Over the years, it ended up coming out that it was a miscarriage or something like that. She ended up coming back in. But to me, it was one of them things of why you just didn't say that at that time.
Right. Well, you just to be honest with you.
So it was just like I said, that crazy situation of and that sometimes it be that hard thing for women, and it's not just finding anything that she does or done or whatever. But sometimes, like you said, it be some of them women end up seeing something good in a man, whatever, like as far as family oriented. Right. I'm super family oriented. And my family always been there. Like, and I'm gonna always be with cousins. If I'm not with cousins, I'm with my brother.
You just can't be honest.
That'd be hard.
I get it. And that we own this. This is going into one of the topics of the night.
So let's get his perspective on what's gonna be real crazy.
What's the craziest moment?
I ain't never had one. I do my homework.
He said I do my homework, so you ain't never had no. You was talking to them for a minute and found out they wasn't the right person.
No,
Okay.
like
So I
I
just
ain't know, like that was the person they said they was. And I'm like, find out.
listen, I went to my investigation before we even got in here.
Straight up.
Like, hell,
I would know what you look like before we
man,
meet.
Yeah,
you heard Lord on
Hey, you gotta watch out for yourself.
in the heat of the night.
So on the next question, it goes into, like I said,
But I'm saying, but there
it goes to the accountability of what sex do you feel, and this is more so of men with pride and women being stubborn. Which do you feel sex wise have the hardest time as far as dealing with accountability and owning up and being like it was my bad, I'm sorry, or just even like I said, owning up to it, yeah, it was my fuck up. Let me change what I'm doing.
Like, be solid, be tough. Don't cry, take care of your family, man up, and all this other stuff. So, like it's different levels on how it's viewed, though. So, that's just my opinion. Feel me?
What you got, Jake?
Like it's just like it's equal because I ain't gonna lie, like something it depends on the person. If you can't just say everybody's just like way, everybody's thinking their way, everybody got so wrong. Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? But it depends, it depends on the man or the woman. Because it's like situation.
Excuse me, my bad. I had to walk
Everybody
that
got
down. I got that.
your own delivery and how you know what I'm saying, handle situations because a man could be going to something and a woman could be going to something at the same time. And then it's
So it depends on who you're dealing with, you said?
to me, I feel like if you don't understand it, you say it, but it's hard to because emotions.
Yeah.
Emotions. Wow.
But then men are the ones who always, they say, like showing the emotion. Or how the hardest
But
stuff is.
okay. So,
Yeah,
but with that being said, if we are the ones of lacking showing this, why when you do show your emotions, now you
That's not
oh,
easy information to share. That's what Energy B said.
oh, but I'm saying, but when a man shows his emotions, now he a weak ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying
Or
that
they use it against,
or they use it against you or
against
what
the man in a vulnerable state.
that you confine in them because you as a man confided in this woman. Why do you use what I told you? You know what I'm saying? As a weapon, as if you put this in your I'm waiting on him to fuck up.
Yeah.
Because when he fuck up, I got these bullets over up in the shooting with that what he have told me. So what I told you, you used it against me.
Yeah.
But it's based on the reaction because at the end of the day,
I get
she's doing that every situation.
But yeah, but here's the thing. The thing about it is if I done confined here's the thing, I confined it in you. So if you my lady, whoever this is, my significant
Must
other,
be like a sacred.
it's supposed to be sacred. of what I told you. So
Even if you move on to another relationship,
it's still
it's
supposed to be sacred.
because you know things about each other that most people don't. Yeah, I see
Exactly.
where you come from.
So that's what I'm saying about when it can be a pride. I understand what JR said. It can be on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It can be a pride on the man's side. It can be stubbornness on the man's side. It can be pride on the woman's side. It can be stubbornness. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you say, it depends on one of the questions of the environment. So now their environment of where they come from, everybody's not going to have that same mindset, and that's what we expect. We expect Jay Waiters to have my same mindset, or JR, or you, or Jay. I can't expect everybody to think like me because we are all created differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just like even in relationships, your expectations of somebody, you expecting this of them, but if they don't do it in this certain way, it's like, oh shit, I can't fool with them. You know what I'm saying? That no, they have to learn to understand who you are. Like JR said, it's about the understanding. And when you don't want to understand that person or try not to understand that person, because you can break their pride, you can break their stubbornness. You know what I'm saying? When you sit down and you talk,
When you want to.
exactly.
So when you want to, you can break your pride.
But it's what matters to you, though. If it matters, if this relationship matters to you, you're gonna put that pride down.
Sure, yeah.
You're gonna put that stubbornness away.
Yeah.
If you and your lady can come to some sort of an agreement, it's not about, yeah, she ain't gonna agree with everything you say.
No.
And you're not gonna agree with everything she say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But you have to come to some type of agreement. Thank you, fellas.
Compromise.
You have to. But that's the only way we're going to get to the next level, because she's learning from where you come from.
If she letting you lead, she gonna learn from you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
If she ain't gonna let you lead, and that man that's an alpha, he ain't gonna want to learn from her.
Right.
It's the same thing. You can learn
Because if he an alpha, he gonna want you to follow him.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Hey,
And you got to let him lead your household if you want to be with him.
So do y'all feel like that's the what you hear, that's my kinfolk Dre P. I know he's not on camera or whatever.
let's be honest, he is a lot older than us. So,
Yeah.
so with that being said, you got that from.
So do you feel like that's a sex thing, as far as a gender thing, as far as when it comes to the leading, or the boss role, or I even know, like I said, and I put, but I know some people that have huge problems with women talking men's sports, or and that's one of them things. Y'all have women's sports, and so just in general, do y'all feel like that's a sex thing, or do y'all feel like that's just like you said, the environment that we?
But let me say this from my perspective. I allow people to be great at what they great at. If this woman has studied football or men's sports, and she's greater than you, hey, you need to do your homework. Just like Jay said, he do his homework. If you're not studying what you're doing, you can't blame nobody, because this individual is great at that. When I ask people, I've asked somebody a great question. I said, what are you great at? The first thing they go to, this is what I'm good at. No, we all are great at something.
But some people don't know what they're great at yet.
But we have not
found it yet.
But you have not tapped into
So you can't tell what you great at. You don't know.
But I'm just saying, but the question have not ever been asked to them. And until you ask them to open up that whole nother dimension. See, sometimes we've been taught that we're good. Everybody's good. Everybody's average. But when you're great, when we talk about sports, and you compare LeBron to Kobe to Jordan, and we compare Kareem and all these other boys to Shaq, whatever, they great at what they do.
So what happens when you're great at something and it gets snatched away? For instance, you got basketball players that was great at being basketball players, they're great athletes, and an injury happened. For instance, Brandon Roy. Great athlete, worked his whole life to make to the NBA, find out he got degenerated knees and he got to stop playing basketball. So now your career stopped, and now it's one of the things now you got to find again, another purpose, or you have to find another reason.
Play for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Now it's
Greg Hardy.
you understand
Okay,
that?
so
It doesn't.
in Garland, Texas. Okay, but check this out.
That's
Okay,
life gonna hit you harder than life gonna hit you.
We want to talk about our environments. Yeah, we all of us that sit here come from an environment that we did not choose to be.
So it's a mindset.
It's a mindset. It's a little bit of the. I'm gonna say it's a both. I'm gonna give,
no.
because I'm gonna give both 100%.
Yeah.
On both sides, not a 50 or 50 here. I'm gonna give it 100% because when we live in certain environments, and some of us we've all lived together, we've been in the same neighborhood, and we don't get the same type of education or the same resources that another neighborhood may get. Because if you go to another neighborhood and you live there, I'm gonna be honest, I did not want to go to Kemp. I'm gonna be honest. My Uncle William stayed out there in Grand Prairie, Texas. When I was a little kid and staying in Mountain View Apartments. When I got to T.W. Brown, I asked my mother, Mama, let me go stay with them. Why? Because I wanted something different. I wanted a better environment.
But I can agree with you on that too.
So with that being said,
yeah,
I feel with me going through that as transitioning to feel that, even being over there in the summertime, it was a different environment. It was a different, not saying my mama did not provide the best. I give her all the utmost praises and thank God for her.
You just had more of a leeway.
It was more things to see. It was more, they showed me something different.
Yeah.
They showed me a better life, and I thank them for that. You know what I'm saying? I thank my aunt Antoinette and my Uncle William for that. My Uncle Steve and his wife, Aunt Sharon, because I was able to be around men who were showing me something different when my father wasn't there. So when you want to talk about the environment, I would go over there and my mama would send me with money.
Yeah.
But my Aunt Antoinette was like, well, you better get something off this rack. My cousin Junior used to be 6'7". We going to Oak Tree back then. A lot of people don't know about Oak Tree. You know what I'm saying? We going there, boom. Okay. But you better get you something off this rack.
Yeah.
But the environment that I come from living in West Dallas, moving to Mountain View, and seeing different. We only knew apartments at that time.
Okay, so Paul, again, the question for the audience that y'all just told me y'all tuning in is, do the environment affect your success? Like what your environment, the environment you was raised in, do that determines your success in life? And some people will say yes because of the education. Some people got schools where the teachers don't believe in you. And I'm one of them people where I like I said, I can look at it both ways. Even when I went down there to Leander, Texas or whatever, I was one of them people where I've always been charming when it came to being with women and being with, parents and older people and stuff like me being me. So with that, but listen, with me because it was me being a charmer because it was actually me being who I was actually trying to be, the charmer to get by. And with that being said, and me being the charmer, it was one of them things to where teachers passed me. They was just passing me just because I was the charmer. I wasn't learning, and it took. Answer that question.
Mr. Murray said, interesting topic. I'm late. He says, a woman will allow a man to leave if she loves her unconditionally and allow himself to be vulnerable and share his emotions. If she feels that security, she will more likely be submissive and let him be the alpha male. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the compromise. You know what I'm saying? So
it's also a woman's upbringing too. That got a lot to do with it.
So
So do you think that
Mhm.
with that being said, do you think the women of today,
Mhm.
like you said, the upbringing,
So, like, my lady might be watching, she might not be. I'm not gonna, disclose her name or nothing like that. But she said herself, uh, her parents didn't teach her certain things, she didn't go certain places. She wasn't
allowed?
there wasn't
You're not allowed. She just didn't have it. That was barely making it by. So they didn't have that.
their knowledge of things,
What
I'm
that
trying to say
was
this
raised.
in the proper how they was raised.
It's like a generation of
It's just things that they didn't.
They're behind
No, it's just
by a long shot.
but it's just certain things that wasn't
So
exposed to them.
So put it like this: if your parents are just barely making it and
Mm-hmm.
with basic jobs or some
Right.
scraps or
Right.
whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just don't know certain things because you weren't taught. You weren't privileged.
Yeah. And you weren't able
You see what I'm
to.
saying? Like,
And that goes back to the thing when I said about
but like I probably took home almost 25, 30 trips since I've been with her.
right,
But I grew up that way.
right,
But I do come from South Side of Chicago too. I do know the slums. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? But I done seen
But
a
you-
lot of things. So
but you was
I'm more-
presented, but you
I'm
was
more
presented some
seasoned.
things too.
Yeah, I've been to
Right.
Canada and all that. I've been
I traveled.
Yeah,
you know,
but that's the blessing to her.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So when we go back to the mindset and we go back to the whole, does the environment thing affect you? In certain ways, 100% it does.
Like
You see what I'm saying?
I'll say a lot of times too.
Oh man,
Like you were saying gifts
Say,
earlier.
we got some.
Everybody got a special talent.
Yeah.
But even though in the midst of my struggle though, I was doing great things in Chicago, even though I was seeing killings and gang banging and
Yeah, because you was with the master, the choir and all that.
Yeah,
But your mindset though.
my mindset because my mom allowed me to get away from the space
Yeah.
and she allowed me to try
Right.
different things. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So we was in the hood, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can dig it.
like the dark area. If everybody want to know, like, oh, what area is he talking about in the South? So there you go.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, bro. Like,
We got another one.
it's just how you grind out too, because some people can use their situation and be funny
Mhm.
and still be great and come from that environment. It's just like you saying with your gifts and your talent. Sometimes you got to use what you got to make it out. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's pretty much what it is. But like everybody's situation hard because overseas, depending on where you come from, a lot of people don't even live like how we live.
Right.
To be honest, and then even the United States, there's a lot of places like they less fortunate way of living is way different than ours, and you be like, "Say, this crazy." Like
we get off. Try to make a get off.
you know, you
Talking about the
Well, like I said, look over there, China where he trying to eat, and he worried about him eating to where they got to starve and stuff like that.
yeah,
And King Jong-il, he traveling and all that, and got all these cars, and you hear about him starving his people. So, I mean, yeah.
take a look at the prison system. Like here in America and overseas, sometimes you just look at a country's prison system and be like, "Oh, this how
What they say?
this how they live?"
Hold on, but what they say, you better not be caught walking in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah,
That's everywhere.
That's anywhere. But I'm saying that's that environment topic. So
that's true.
well, I see my boy James over here quiet. He been quiet for a minute. So
man? What you gotta say, man?
I'm gonna start on the last question, but yeah, for sure.
what's your question for the accountability? Who you think, we're gonna let you touch on all of it, on the accountability, who you think
I for sure,
hit the hardest?
I for sure, like it. Just statistically, I feel like it's a man just in your nature. Just like you don't want to be wrong. You don't ever want to be fucking wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just the realest thing. Like you don't want to be wrong. Like, you're a fucking man. You're supposed to be right. You're supposed to have it like that.
Like I said, that pride, like
You're supposed to do your homework. You're supposed to know about it. You're supposed to like
Congo, baby.
Okay. And with the environment,
with the environment, it's also a mentality, but your environment can affect your mentality.
Mhm.
And But if you want something in life, you gotta go out and you gotta go get it. It don't matter where you come from.
Get up out of
At some point, somebody can hand you something, but what are you gonna do with that something that you were handed? Even if you're privileged, what are you gonna do with it?
But, yeah.
At that point, and if you come from nothing, you gotta go get it. Like
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. The only fair thing about life is that it's not fair. Everybody goes through something. Everybody has their fucking ups and downs. Like even the richest person in the world got that day.
Yeah.
It don't fucking matter. So it's just you gotta fucking go get it. It don't matter where you come from. They're like, yeah, there's
Okay.
spoon fed people. There's not spoon fed people, but just be who you are. There ain't be great at something. And if you're gonna be great at anything, just be great at being you.
For real, for real. That's facts. That's facts. What we got?
Yeah, but I'm about to say, we still
We got a comment from Mr. Jackson. Mr. Terrence Jackson said, your environment does not dictate, but it can have a great influence. Now, what you have to keep in mind is that your environment will trump your willing if you stay in it and never get out of a bad environment.
Example.
Right.
John Moran. You want brains like that?
My boy Dre P said John Moran. So with that being said, like he said, when you know you're not raised like that, and I tell people this, take your mask off. You know what I'm saying? Be authentic within
Be
yourself.
authentic, be you.
Be you. You know what I'm saying? Don't if you know you ain't,
Walk in yourself.
it's like walk in your miracle, man.
Walk in your own shoes.
Be yourself. If you know you ain't just built that way, as my big brother say, man, you ain't, so many cats ain't built like that, little bro.
We watch these rappers grow up.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you get hot like you're a blood?
Yeah.
Get out.
You got
was a blood, a flip,
you got a lot of these rappers, flip floppers. And I mean, we had this.
About to get in.
I'm just saying we had this in high school, bro. I mean, we had this in junior high. We had this in high school where, your environment is where you come from, but you gotta have that mindset to, hey, man, like my brother said today. And it's for real. And my big brother, I ain't gonna put his name out there. If you don't know who he is, that's just your problem. Some people do, some people don't. But he made a prime example where you got 50, 60, 45-year-old cats still talking about Sue and they still cripping and bro,
that shit for real.
like,
Hey, are you gonna levitate or you gonna elevate?
like, damn.
I still got it back.
You still gang banging in 2023.
Let's be serious about it.
With all that knowledge you got to bang and put all them colors together, why you ain't no design? You got all that to create an organization. We ain't got no business. I'm just trying to figure. But we all say we can't come together. If we come together as a gang, why we can't come together
As a community?
Boy, you took that right out of my mouth. I'll pass the mic to somebody else. Man, what's the next?
That's the biggest thing. We have to finish up the question you've been dodging for these last few weeks.
What's the perfect 10? Ain't no perfect 10, bro.
Bro, it is a such thing.
No, it's not.
So you don't got nobody to. Hey, well, you already got.
Go ahead, ask the question.
So, you got your scale of 1 to 10. Of course, it's not a perfect.
Ain't no what is 10, man? Because
The perfect 10. The perfect 10 is somebody.
if you can put somebody in the time machine and I'm talking about thinking about everything. She can be the baddest. She can have a great mindset. She can be. You gonna leave some out that time machine.
But
damn.
There's certain things you can live without, and you gonna say that same damn. But
I'm just saying,
I can do without.
You didn't put in that time machine. She was a great.
They said in the chat, please don't answer that question.
Damn, I forgot. Damn it. I said, please don't answer that question.
It's one of them questions.
Hey, like I said, when you put her in that time machine, what if she crazy? Well, I mean, she got everything you got.
Answer.
What is it like? Damn, I left out this.
All right, let me ask a question real quick. So are you saying what would it take Like,
What it would take for you to say that your perfect 10. That's why I said Joe. Everybody's different.
I'm saying, yo,
And
again,
it depends. Anybody could be a 10. Anybody could be a 10.
so anybody can be a 10
Anybody could
in
be
the
a
right
10.
eyes.
In the right eyes, anybody
True,
can be a 10.
but the question is,
Hey, you gotta think about it. It's people that don't care about looks. They just want something.
so in your eyes, do you care about looks?
It depends.
On?
that's
So if an ugly girl come to you right now and try to her genuine heart, what's up? Is she up for you? She ready to pay bills.
Hey, I got a cutoff level.
I ain't trying to say that.
I got a cutoff level. But like, if you don't fit,
What my homeboy used to say, you can do something to do something. I mean, you got a certain weight, then you got a certain like.
if you don't fit to like what society considers to be beautiful,
No,
it's like that don't fucking matter.
But
They got
like
different
you
respect
said, for some
for
people, like Jay Weather said earlier, Jay Weather's like the makeup is not for me. So again, his perfect 10 to be a natural, beautiful
Right.
woman or whatever.
But at the same time, I'll appreciate a good makeup look. But at the same time,
but you know,
like if you want to do that for yourself, by all means. And
Okay,
sometimes
so then when you go to, for instance,
it's
like I said, with me,
better without.
I'm not a dude that really cut for the short hair unless you're a woman that is petite. For a big girl, I can't do it. The sausages and all that behind your neck, not trying to be funny.
But she might not have no sausages though.
You said what?
She might not have no neck roll. Cause I know,
It's like looks matter. That's on everyone's list.
But to a certain extent, to a certain extent,
a certain extent though.
like
Because I kind of
Bro, there's some ugly motherfuckers with some bad bitches.
But you wanna know why?
Always matter to everybody.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you why.
I know some bad bitches that be like, I like my man a little
I'm
ugly.
gonna say this though. On top of some big people out there, get into it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Both sides. I mean, you be like, say,
Hey, look,
look,
hey, like Joe said it big.
real.
Joe,
But the thing
hold
about
on, Joe said he gonna do all the things your man won't do. So, see, shout out to Joe for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna be real. There's some cats out there that's gonna do some shit you ain't gonna do. And you gonna end up, hey, you can want that perfect 10, but me in reality, bro, I just you're not gonna be satisfied because you gotta understand this, fam. You can put everything. If you got this time machine, and you can go down your list, and you can have all the 100 things there is. It's gonna be one thing you might leave out. You might leave out. Oh shit, I didn't know this bitch was crazy. Now she got all the resources in her head. She got all the business plans. But shit, nigga, she like
again, crazy is good to a lot of niggas.
I mean, but that's what they like. But I'm saying your perfect 10. Maybe you didn't put that in your time.
But with crazy, you can deal with it. Like for instance, like I said, look, some people can deal with the look.
Nah, fam, you ain't.
For instance, for me,
You're not gonna deal, bro. You're not gonna deal with no crazy shit. I'm sorry.
but for instance, for me,
So you gonna deal with a shit that sitting outside your house at 3 in the morning stopping you.
That's a different type of
that's
crazy.
a different type of crazy. I'm gonna say it's.
But like, if you got
And then
somebody,
something
if you get to a fight with somebody that's 2 feet taller than you, and that woman step in there and punch that man in the jaw, that's a different type of crazy.
But look at
Sitting outside your house at 3
but look at Blue.
That's the type of crazy you want.
Hey, but
That's the type of
look at Blueface. Blueface come out here fighting and everything. I'm talking about coming from the shoulder.
See, that's too much.
That's a different story.
The baby. He out here wilding out and
I'm
all
not
that
doing that with
stuff, but the women still
Look, if you taking me to a point to where violence comes, that there is no me and you. I fuck all that. Me put my hand. My mama didn't raise me to do all that. If that's where you come from, then that's you.
Yeah.
I didn't see that where I come from. The men I've been around, hell no, I ain't see all that putting no hands on no woman. And some of these women, hey, if you like that, then I'm not that dude. Sorry.
That's all right.
Don't come to walk a miracle to God with all that bullshit. Because guess what? I'm not the nigga to go sit down in no cell no more. Fuck that. You can sit your own self in the bitch. Put your own self in there. You can say what you want. They say who called police first? Me. You put your hands on me, I'm calling them.
I say, I know.
I ain't going to sit down.
I know.
You
I
put
got
your hands
some
on me,
pen
we got a
folks.
problem.
I got some pen folks that like them, you know.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
and he like the.
that's cool.
That's his preference. That's his.
So he like yellow beads. He like yellow beads. Look at the head, like he got this girl in the head, like man, I ain't got time for all that shit.
And it's some females that be liking that.
I mean, that's cool if you want to be dunked on your head, goddamn it.
Nah, I can't do that.
I can't dunk you on your head. Wrong motherfucker.
I've been one like he love me.
He love me. That nigga love you. He put his hand up, man. Come on,
I dumped in them bushes, but he love you.
yeah, this nigga studied bang going across your eyes and shit. Oh, but he love me. Man, come on, stop that bullshit.
Yeah, but like I said, I appreciate y'all. I mean, I'm going to
You heard what you were trying to say. What the fuck?
call it is at 9 o'clock hour or whatever. We're gonna play my boy Country Kane or whatever. But like I said, Waco, Texas, you already know, out here in the D and stuff like that. But we'll play my boy Country Kane. Like I said, every Monday we here. You already know what it is, 8 o'clock. 1 hour, it's the hey, let's talk about it. Like my boy LaDon say, hey,
let's talk about it, man. Y'all know who it is.
like I said, appreciate y'all.
Don't
Appreciate
forget.
y'all. Like, share,
Don't forget.
comment,
Y'all
tune
know what's
in.
next.
Y'all already know what it is. Violence should never be accepted. That's not love.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep.
Thank you.
100. That's how we gonna end the show. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all know what's next.
Country Kane,
Y'all know what's next, man.
MSOE. Go follow.
Hey, man, y'all know what's next, man. At the hour, what? Yeah, man, I got my cousin in the building with me. After party, after show. At the hour, man. Yeah, man, living the vibe. The guest on his home, bro. Y'all tell me, hey, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank Brother Mike. My hand has been rich. We going somewhere, y'all. What thing y'all show y'all like that. Each and every money back there. Hey, let's talk about it. 8:15. We're going live on YouTube. Y'all sure that. Tap in, man. We're going to break it up. Wow. Yeah, y'all know that. Walking around with the guy. And my brother's with me.